listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world. Listen to the sound of my voice. It is a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County. 68 degrees going up to a high of 79. So it's going to be a little warm, but it's going to be very nice. No signs of rain in the forecast, which is a good thing. So, yeah, it's going to be a beautiful day. Hope you started out your Tuesday morning happy, healthy, and inspired. Yeah, I did. I've been up early, doing my thing like I always do every morning. Happy to be here with you guys today. Didn't get a chance to get to a lot of news yesterday because Georgia and I had a conversation. So I'm just going to say you probably got to get used to that because moving forward, remember, there were some plans I had on the table for this year. I kind of had to take a step back after the COVID-19 hit. Like, one of the things was to make Good Morning Gwinnett a 12-hour show. Not me talking 12 hours, but a 12-hour show with different hosts. Another thing I thought about was having a co-host on this show. So there's still going to be some major changes coming down the pike for 2021. And so Mondays is probably going to be a longer show than I normally do. Because I have Georgia and I are talking about, current events. We're going to be talking more about not just national current events. And that's probably how we're going to start kicking off Monday mornings, talking about the word of the week and then what's going on around the world and in Gwinnett County. So stay tuned for that change. And hopefully I'll be adding some new co-hosts to come on, and that's somebody that's going to come on at 5 o'clock in the morning, who, that person that can't sleep, somebody that's going to come on at midnight because that's when, morning technically starts at 12 a.m. So I'm still working on that 12-hour shift, to get Good Morning Gwinnett as a 12-hour show. So I'm excited about that. I have always been excited about that and growing this brand. And so as we move forward, that's what I'm looking to do. So just know that probably on Mondays, it's going to be a longer show. Could go up to 2 hours. Haven't figured it out yet. Still working on the logistics of that because we can do that. I can broadcast 5 hours a day. I will not, though. That's a lot of talking. So I will not be broadcasting, not me personally, 5 hours a day, but, and that's live. But as I move the show in a different direction and add more co-hosts on to host their own shows, that's going to be a possibility. You get 5 hours of Good Morning Gwinnett, maybe from 5 to 10. 5 to 11. I don't know, or 4 to 11. I don't know. Haven't figured it out yet, but just know that that's coming. All right. So today is National Metastatic Breast Cancer Awareness Day. This is actually National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but today is Metastatic Breast Cancer Awareness Day. And listen, ladies, if you have not gone to get your mammogram yet, mammography, go ahead and get that done. That's very, very important. My mom and I do mammography every year, and that's what saved her life. She had breast cancer twice. And because we were so vigilant about getting our mammograms done every year, they were able to detect the cancer early enough. They thought they had it all when they did a lumpectomy, but in about a year it came back in the same breast, so they did a mastectomy on one side. So it's very important, especially African Americans, because my mother had something called a triple negative, I think it was called, and it's like one of the most aggressive forms of breast cancer you can have. And so if you're African American, please, not just African American, just women in general, but we have, our bodies are different from you guys, and so we have all these issues that attack us in different ways. So as an African American woman, it's important that I tell African American women how important it is to get a mammogram. It's important for all women, but it's super important for us because we contract different diseases quicker, and it takes us down faster than most people, most other races. So make sure that as a woman, you go get your mammogram done because that's very important. Early detection can save your life. Trust me when I tell you, I know it for a fact. I've lived through it with my mom. And thank God for mammographies, and thank God for all of the better technologies that they have now. Like they have the digital technology that, you can go in there and get like a whole digital scan. That's what I get. I get the whole digital scan. It costs me a little bit extra, but there's no price for my, that's too much for my life. So get your breast mammograms done. Make sure to do that. And African American women and women of color, you make sure you go because you're more predisposed to getting this triple negative. I want to say that's what it was called, triple negative, which is very, very aggressive. And I'm telling you, my mom had chemo and it jumped the chemo and came back. So, and then she had radiation after that. Like after they did the mastectomy, then she had radiation. But it's very, very aggressive. So I want you to make sure you go out there and get your mammographies, ladies, all of them, but especially women of color, because you're more at risk than most. And so it's important for you to go out there and make sure that you take care of yourself, because early detection really could save life. All right. Let's get on with our horoscopes, brought to you by Noted Astrology for today, Tuesday, October the 13th. And we're going to kick it off like we always do, and that is with Aries. You need to put some trust in others. Empty promises are evident and deception probable. Yes. You will meet new romantic partners if you get involved in seminars or travel. All right, Aries, listen here. You want to meet some new romantic partners? Go take a class. Now, I know all the seminars right now are virtual. I know. There was somebody talking. I can't remember what I was listening to. Oh, I was listening to, what is her name? She is Rachel Hollis. I was listening to Rachel Hollis last night before I went to bed. She was being interviewed by Lisa Bilyeu. And Lisa Bilyeu is the host of Women Impact Theory. Her husband, Tom Bilyeu, one of my favorite shows on YouTube, is the host of Impact Theory, and she does Women Impact Theory. So last night she had Rachel Hollis on, who is the author of Girl Wash Your Face. Yeah, that. So she was talking, and she was very candid and very open about things that was going on in her life. Like she's going through a divorce right now, and she was talking about how her tribe was like, kicking her in the back because she was like, you should fight, but sometimes you just can't fight because it's just not meant to be. But anyway, she was talking about one of her friends and how he was like struggling because he would go to work and I thought about my husband, right? Because me personally, I've been an entrepreneur for so long, so it's like, man. But when she said it, I understood my husband a little bit more, and I understood myself a little bit more. So what happened was, she had a friend, and he was really depressed because he was working from home, and it was like, I'm missing something. What he was missing was the camaraderie of his coworkers, because they were a company that was, I don't know, was it a sales company? Because in sales company they got the sales stats on the board, and all these things are going on. Everybody's trying to get the goal, and it's a challenge, it's a competition. It's like all this like rah, get it done kind of thing, right? And he did not have that sitting at home at his computer. And I totally get it, because I'm the type of person, like, I want to go out to a seminar in person. I'm really not fond of virtual seminars. I'm really not, even though I've been on so many and I've spoke on so many, I'm not fond of those. Like, I find it hard to like really focus, because I'm all over the place, because there's distractions all around me, right? I can pick up my phone. When I go to an in-person seminar, I don't want to talk to you. I just want to sit there and take notes. I want to be into what the speaker's saying. I'm not like that on virtual summits and seminars and webinars. I'm not like that. And so I understood. But then I understood my husband, because my husband is happy to go to work every day. And I'm saying to myself, man, this guy he has so much vacation time, y'all. They gave him a list. I wish y'all could have seen the list of the days that he needs to take off. Like, you got to take these days off, right? But I realized for him, it's going in there and it's being with his friends and it's having that camaraderie about what's going on in the company and what happened in fantasy football yesterday, which he fell asleep on, and who team did what. I get it. I don't have that. And I haven't really had that for like 23 years. So my outlet is going to seminars and conferences and conventions. Oh, I love that so much, you guys. When I tell y'all I love that, I love that. Like, I love going to conferences. I love going to seminars and workshops. I love that. And I miss it so very much. Ooh, so I understood. But anyway, I said all that to say, Aries, get involved with some seminars. I know that was a long story just to finish off the horoscope. I know, guys. But I just had to tell y'all that story. Because sometimes you have to figure out what's missing in your life. Right now, a lot of stuff is missing in a lot of people's lives, right? And we're trying to figure out our new normal. And so for me, I need to go to a workshop, because then I feel better. Like, I know I need to do that, right? So I've been doing virtual summits, virtual webinars, virtual conferences. I've been speaking on these conferences. All this, right? It doesn't replace how I feel when I go to an in-live personal event. Like, I haven't really gone to a networking event. I haven't done any of that stuff. Like, and so it feels weird because I feel like I'm missing something, and that's what I'm missing. So I said all that to say, Aries, go to a seminar. You might find some love there, or travel, do something. I have traveled, but I haven't been to a seminar yet, and I'm afraid because I just, as much as I miss it, I'm afraid, so because normally when I go to conferences, it's like thousands of people there. All right, Taurus, you will accomplish the most in the work environment today. Refuse to get involved in idle chatter. It will only make you look bad. Family outings that aren't expensive will be enjoyable and help strengthen ties. So listen, you don't have to always spend a lot of money to have fun. I remember when I started my company, Big Beautiful Dolls, and every dime when I tell you every dime, pretty much every dime I had, because I quit my job. Remember that? I quit my job. I got a paper route because I wanted to do this business. So I wasn't making a lot of money. And what I would do is I would find all the free and cheap things to do with my daughter, because at the time she was about 8. And she was about 8 years old. When I first started that company, and I didn't want her to be stuck not having fun, so I found all the cheap and free things to do. We went to free museums, we went to Tuesday movies that was $2, and we did this every week. So she felt like she was doing something every week, so that was a good thing. So anyway, you can find things that are inexpensive today, Taurus, and that's going to help you spend some time with your family and strengthen the ties in your family. All right, Gemini. Make arrangements to spend quality time together. You need to get out if you want to meet potential partners. However, be careful with luggage. It may be rerouted. I said reputed. Rerouted. Yeah, get out, meet some new people. Be careful though, wear your mask. It's kind of, I was talking to one of my friends, and she's single, and she said, I want to go on a date so bad, but coronavirus is just stopping everything. And people have been trying to hit her up to go on a date, but she won't go. She's like, I ain't going nowhere with nobody. Yeah. So, yeah, it's rough, y'all. I'm married, so I'm all right. But for those of us who are not, I hear these stories. You guys, I have my friend Latanya Moore. She's an attorney, but she's going to be doing her show. She has a show called Real Perspectives. And that show is going to be all about relationships. And trust me, they cover some topics. Like she has some episodes on some past. She's revamping the show right now. So she's revamping the show. But she has some people on her show about relationships, all kinds of stuff. And I can't wait for the show to come back, because she really did find the most interesting people when it comes to relationships. Like she had a couple on there that was a polygamy couple. She had, oh my gosh, she had stuff talking about, things with pastor. It was crazy. But I'm expecting this show to come back and be even better than it was before. She has a channel on Amazon Fire TV, and I think we're gonna create her one for Roku as well for that show. But anyway, you guys I'll tell you more about the show when it comes out, when she's ready to relaunch it. But it was all about relationships, and boy, she used to have some people on that show. All right, Cancer. Anger could lead to problems. Be sure to think twice before you say something that might hurt your partner's feelings. Get them to pitch in if you need help. Let me tell you something, Cancer. Think twice. Think twice, Cancer, before you say something that's going to hurt your family, hurt your partner's feelings. Because once it come out your mouth, you can't take it back. My daughter's a Cancer, y'all. She just came into the studio and made a little face and kissed me on the forehead, because you can't take it back. So I want to make sure she heard that. Think twice before you say anything that's going to hurt somebody's feelings. Because once it's out your mouth, you cannot take it back. No, you cannot. Leo, you have been stagnating for some time now, and you need a change of pace. You may find that relationships are not going well as you'd like. You may find that your mate is well aware of the circumstances. Now, things aren't going well like you wanted to go, and your mate is aware of that. You guys just have to figure out how to talk it through. You know what I mean? You have to. I was watching this movie. It was a really good movie. It was on Hallmark. Was it Hallmark I was watching it on? I don't know. Jenny Garth was in the movie. And she and her husband were having a really tough time, because he really loved her. She really loved him. But she felt like he did not allow her to follow her dreams. And she helped him follow his. And, it was crazy. But it was just really sitting down and having a real conversation, which they didn't do. And so they were in the process of getting divorced, and they still loved each other. But because they couldn't bring themselves to have this real conversation that they really needed to have, they almost got divorced. And I think I fell asleep on the movie, but it was pretty good, the part that I saw. I think they made up in the end. I think what kept them together was the daughter got married, and they didn't want to tell anybody they was getting a divorce. So the divorce kept getting pushed back. And I think they got a chance to talk. But I said all that to say this. Sometimes all it takes is a real uninterrupted conversation. Sometimes that's all it takes. Because so my daughter and I had this conversation, and I say to her, and I say this to anybody, and someone, Georgette told it to me, because I was having some issues. This was a while ago. This was years ago, probably like 14 years ago. She said to me, "You cannot expect people to do what you do, or do things like you do." And I'm telling y'all, when she said that to me, it was like, oh, because let's say for instance, I'm a very affectionate person, right? And so I feel like I should get the affection back. But if the person don't know how to be affectionate, then they can't give you what they don't have, right? Even when they try, it's like painful to them because it's not who they are. And so you have to figure out how to work around things like that. And so I have someone in my family, and they always say stuff, but I wouldn't do that, but that's you. And that's what I had to learn. You wouldn't do it because that's you. That's not them. So you can't expect people to do things like you do because that's not who they are. And so sometimes you just have to sit down and have a real uninterrupted conversation so you can really understand this is who I am. My husband said to me one time, we had an argument, and he said to me, we balance each other out. Now my husband is not very vocal. He doesn't like to argue. I don't like to argue either, but he'll shut down if I'm upset. He didn't shut down this time. He said, we balance each other out. You do things that I don't like to do, and I do things that you don't like to do. And I had to stop again. It's like, oh yeah, that's true. Now, had we not had that conversation, that would have never come out. But he was able to shut me down and say, look, this is where we are. Because I was pissed. I forgot what it was. This was years ago too, probably 10 years ago. I can't remember what it was, but he was like, this is where we are. And I had to stop for a second. I was like, oh yeah. But had we not had that conversation, we might have gotten divorced because we weren't talking. So all it takes sometimes, Leo, is to have a conversation, an uninterrupted conversation, and where everybody can talk peacefully and listen. That's all it takes sometimes. Sometimes you just, that person don't want to listen, you can't have the conversation. But most of the time, you just say, listen, I don't want to argue. I just want to sit down and talk. And I don't want the babies in here. I don't want your mama calling. Cut the telephone off. Cut the TV off. It's just a quiet conversation with you and I. And sometimes that works. I know. I'm moving on. Virgo, you have to work hard, and payback is now. You have worked hard, Virgo, and your payback is right now. Friends may not be completely honest with you. Get involved in activities that will be fun for the whole family. Somebody lying to you, they call themselves your friend. They're not being honest, Virgo. And you worked hard, so the payback is now. Yeah, big payback is coming, baby. All right, listen, I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after the song to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thiason. Stay tuned.
A million people in the crowd, but I only see your face in all the lights. And as the bass keep pounding on me, baby, I really wanna make you mine. I don't really care about love. I don't really care about happy ever after. Something about you gives me hope. Something about you, yeah. When the sun goes down and the night sky's falling, do you believe in one-time lovers? 'Cause deep inside of my wildest dreams, you'll be by my side. When the sun goes city dancing through the night, but I'm not there. You've got me soaring in the clouds. And as the ocean is surrounding me, baby, I'm sure we lost track of time. I don't really care about love. I don't really care about happy ever afters. Something about
song, y'all. Starlight featuring Mia Freeman. Yeah, I love music. That's why I love doing my show, because I get to play the music I like. Yes. You know, I have a database of 30,000 songs that I go through. And it's so crazy because I go through and it has to have like that something that just pops. So that's a new song. And that's a nice song. I like that, When the Sun Goes Down. Yes. All right, Libra. You need to get out and challenge yourself. Expect to experience a sudden reversal of fortune. Yeah, I hope that's a good reversal. You will learn valuable information if you travel today. Listen, Libra, I'm wishing you nothing but the best, baby. That certain reversal of fortune, I hope that's in your favor. I'm just praying for you. It's in your favor. Scorpio, you've been in a rut and you need to do something that will help you break the pattern that you've fallen into. You can deal with large institutions or government agencies successfully today. You should regain some of your self-esteem if you get involved in organizational functions. Yes, listen, get out there, break that pattern, get involved with, I know, organizational functions. Well, listen, even if you got to go online, that's just me. You might like it. You might like the virtual stuff. I kind of do. I mean, I don't like it, but I'll do it because I just need that interaction with humans. So go ahead, listen, let me tell you something, Scorpio. All you got to do is go to Eventbrite, you go to Facebook events, you go to the patch, you're going to find something to do. Trust me, it's so much stuff. Go to Wikido, it's wikido.com. There are events everywhere. Like, you're never going to run out of stuff to do if you like virtual stuff. I'm not fond of it, y'all. Just not. But it's there if you want to. If you want to learn how to dance, there's a virtual class going on right now to teach somebody how to dance. I'm telling you. You want to learn yoga? There is a virtual class going on right now, and most of them are free. You can learn anything you want right now because people are hungering for some connection because of the COVID and how it has split us up. So go ahead. I mean, anything is better than nothing right now. I do it because I need something. I ain't fond of it, I ain't gonna lie. Sagittarius, consider a trial separation if you and your mate can't come to terms. Drastic changes regarding your personal attitude are evident. Your involvement with children will be most rewarding. Here's the thing, Sagittarius. Consider a trial, but listen, did you talk it out first? I'm talking about really talk it out, not yelling and screaming, not blaming, just talk. Get that person's real feeling. Here's the thing. If you're going to have a conversation, don't be lying and faking. See, that's one of the other problems. Instead of people coming to the table being extremely real, they come to the table lying and saying the stuff that they think the other person want to hear. Don't do that. It's not helping the situation. Come to the table, put all the cards on the table, Sag. And if you can't, after you lay it all out on the table, and if you can't figure it out from there, then hey, maybe, that's what Michael is saying, maybe consider a trial separation. Yeah, like, I don't know about the trial. I've never done a trial. It was like, yeah, we breaking up, we over. There was no trial. The trial was we should have been trying to work on it. So when I broke up, it was done. Like, okay, that didn't work. Let's keep it moving. Yeah. I had somebody tell me one time I was like ice. And I was like, really? That's what you think about me? Yeah, he called me ice. I was like, wow. That's because I wasn't going to let him get up under my skin. And so he would say stuff and I would say stuff back. So just in case you haven't figured it out right now, yeah, you can't just say stuff and I'm going to be quiet. It's not going to happen. So that was a problem. So because I had a voice, he called me ice. He's like, you like a lump of ice. I like ice. I'm an ice baby. I was born in February. We like cold sometimes, especially when we sleep. Capricorn, you have to feel free to come and go as you please to achieve happiness. Yes, watch your weight gain due to water retention. Don't get involved in idle chatter that will hurt your position. Listen, you need to feel free to come and go as you please to achieve happiness, and you need to figure out what that means for you, Capricorn. What does it mean for you to feel free? Whatever that means, figure it out and do that thing so you can come and go as you please and watch the weight gain. Yeah, you're going to have some water retention. Now, here's the thing. If you're retaining water, check your blood pressure. Because a lot of times when you have blood pressure problem, it makes you retain water, and then you start swelling up. You don't know why. It's probably your blood pressure. I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying it could be your blood pressure. So go to your doctor, get your blood pressure checked. And don't be sitting around the cooler talking with idle chatter because it can hurt your position. Kick that junk back. Aquarius, you should get into some of those creative hobbies that you always said you wanted to do. Things will be, and family members will be erratic. Social activities should be on your agenda. Yeah, things gonna get hectic and your family gonna be crazy today, Aquarius. It's gonna be erratic. I'm sorry to tell you that. So go hide in your quiet space and let it all blow over. That's all I'm saying. And my fellow fish Pisces, take a look at contracts and agreements that have been offered to you. You can accomplish the most if you travel for business purposes. You may be in an extremely passionate mood today. Really? Fish, are you feeling extremely passionate? I don't know about y'all. I'm tired because I didn't go to bed at 2 o'clock. So I don't know how passionate I'm going to be today. I know around this time right now, like after I eat breakfast, I'm probably going to be like passionate. I'm going to need to lay down for a minute. But anyway, you can accomplish your most if you travel for business today. And take a look at contracts and agreements. I have a contract right now I have to go over. And I should have went over yesterday, but Mondays are busy for me because I come off the weekend because I try to relax on the weekends, which is partly never. But Mondays are really hectic because then I have to catch up on the things that I did relax on. I got a contract sitting in my inbox that I need to look over, and I will look it over as soon as I eat breakfast. I have to look it over because I need to get it back. All right, so listen, that's all the horoscopes I got for today. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. God willing, bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thyssen. Now let's move on to some news you can use. So right now, Amy Coney Barrett is in her hearing confirmation. And so, okay, here's my question, y'all, because I'll be glad when this is over, like politics, like when the election and all this stuff. I just be so, because I feel like it's adding to the problems that's going on right now. I feel like it's like we've had elections before that weren't like these, and I just feel like it's just all this stuff is just adding to the problems. But anyway, I have a question. So one of the reasons I have an issue with Miss Barrett is because I feel like she's gonna take that seat and she's gonna do America harm, right? And when I say harm, I mean I feel like she's gonna go in there and she's gonna reverse the Affordable Care Act, right, which is going to leave millions, I'm talking about tens of millions of people without health insurance if they have a pre-existing condition. And you have to know, and I'll give you a prime example of this. I had a doctor's appointment for today, and so they called me yesterday because it's virtual, and they told me I needed to make a payment. And so my normal copay was $50, but the lady told me $86, and I said to her, why is my copay $86? It's normally $50. And so she didn't know, so she put me on the phone with the financial guy. So he gets on the phone. He said, well, your coverage, you don't have a copay. You have to meet your in-network deductible. I'm like, in-network deductible? So what happened was my husband and I decided to try new insurance every year when they do the open enrollment for health insurance. We decided to try something new. Well, the new plan gave us a $4,000 in-network deductible. I did not know that. I don't remember seeing that because he gives it to me. I go through everything. I didn't know that. And so after we meet the $4,000 deductible, our doctor visits are covered 100%. Right now, with the $4,000 deductible, they're covered at 90%. So the financial guy at the doctor office said to me, he said, man, you are lucky. He said, you mean your insurance covers 90%? And I had to think about that for a second. I am blessed. My husband and I are blessed. And my daughter is blessed. Like, she has an amazing insurance as well. But when I think about the people that could be affected if the Affordable Care Act is overturned because of President Obama, it has been called Obamacare. People with pre-existing conditions, they're going to die. Because, trust me, I ain't want to pay $86. Like, $86 happened to $50, right? Can you imagine people who go to the doctor? I remember a couple years ago, I had to have an MRI. We had a different insurance that time too. Now we've had insurance, but some of them sucked. I had to get an MRI on my back, and I had to pay $574. And they didn't tell me until I got to the MRI center that morning. $574. That happened 3 times. It did because I was having some issues, and they had to find out what was wrong. And they thought I had cancer, so I had to do all these MRIs and all these different tests. Each time I went, I paid no less than $400, and I had to go 3 times. I remember $574 because I sat there and was like, I gotta pay $574. I had to because my health was at stake. Here's the thing: God blessed me to be able to afford to pay the $574. What about the people who can't? Right? So this is one of my problems with Miss Barrett, is that if you get in that chair and you reverse that, and here's the thing, the other thing is Roe versus Wade, which means you're gonna tell people what to do with their bodies. Now, I do not condone abortions. I do not. But that's not my business. That's between that person and God. I am not the judge. And so I feel like Amy Coney Barrett is playing judge if she's going to pass a law that says if you get an abortion and the baby has a heartbeat and you get an abortion, you can go to jail. I feel like she's playing judge. That's God's job, right? Now that's my thought. Now here's my other thought. If you strike down the Affordable Care Act and you strike down Roe versus Wade, you're no better than the people that you're trying to put these stipulations on. Because here's the thing, Miss Barrett. If you take away the Affordable Care Act, right, people are going to die. Now, here's what I need you to understand. There is no question whether or not they have a heartbeat. Not one. What they have is a pre-existing condition that they cannot afford to get treated. So just like you're trying to put women in jail who have an abortion because at 6 weeks the baby has a heartbeat, well, these people have heartbeats. And there's no question because they're living and they're walking around, they're talking, and they have health care now. So you won't be any better than the people you're trying to put in jail for taking control of their own bodies. That's just my thought. Because I don't know if people think that through. I'm so for, pro-life. I get it. I get it, but it's not my call. I can't judge. That's not my call. That's God's call. I'm not trying to take God's place, right? There is no question about people with pre-existing conditions with a heartbeat. None at all. So if you put yourself in that position and you claim that you're pro-life, then you need to be pro-life for everybody. Everybody. That's all I'm saying. Are you pro-life for the ones that's already living and we know they got a heartbeat? Because if you are, then you would not get rid of the Affordable Care Act. You will not. Those people have their insurance. They can go to doctor. They don't have to worry about getting cut off because of pre-existing conditions. That's all I'm saying. If you're going to be pro-life for everybody. Not just the unborn babies that you say have a heartbeat. These people have heartbeats. They're walking around. So don't be a hypocrite, Miss Barrett, because I know they're going to push you through. But don't be a hypocrite. If you're going to be pro-life, all you pro-lifers, be pro-life for everybody. Pro-life with the person with diabetes. Pro-life with the person with high blood pressure. Pro-life with the person with COVID-19. Pro-life for the person who has kidney disease. Pro-life for everybody. Because if you take away the Affordable Health Care Act, somebody's going to die. Plenty of people are going to die because a lot of people will not be able to walk in to get an MRI and pay $574. And mind you, that was $574 with insurance. With insurance. I just needed to say that because I understand, everybody they want to get this person in. They want to be pro-life for everybody. That's all. I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after the song to give you more what's happening in and around Gwinnett County and beyond. Stay tuned.
I found love, the real love. Let this be the real thing. Tell me now, what's on your mind? Whisper soft to me that you want me. There's magic in your fingertips, it's magic when we kiss. I can be myself with you, kiss me now, I insist. Make me yours, just take me now, I'm helpless to resist. Got me so this thing, it's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. I can't help that it is more than just a fling. Now I know that it's the real thing, the real thing. Take your time. I'm on a high. My body yearns for you to touch me. No, there's magic in your fingertips. It's magic when we kiss. I can be myself with you. Kiss me now, I insist. Make me yours, just take me now. I'm helpless to resist. Got me so invested in this thing. It's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. I can't help that it is more than just a fling. Now I know that it's the real thing, the real thing. It's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. I can't help that it is more than just a fling. Now I know that it's the real thing, the real thing. It's more than just a thing. I can't help it. It's the real thing, the real thing.
Welcome back. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you the daily rundown of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County and beyond. So, I don't know if y'all saw the news yesterday, but I looked at the news and they showed the voting poll for Gwinnett County over at the voters registration office. Man, when I tell y'all, that line was... Okay, so the line went from... So imagine you're going in, right? You're going in from Grayson Highway, so you're facing the voters registration door. The front door, you're facing the door. The line was to the right of the door, and it was wrapped around the building. It was crazy. It was so many people because early voters voting is going on right now. And I don't know if people know all of the locations. So there are locations, so you don't have to try to stand in those lines. So voter registration, voters can go to voter registration elections and building over in on 455 Grayson Highway. Voting starts at 8 o'clock at that location, ends at 5 p.m. But there are other locations you can go to too. I don't even think people know this. So Bogan Park Community Recreation Center, which is located at 2723 North Bogan Road in Beaufort, opens at 7 o'clock and closes at 7 p.m. You can go there. You don't have to stand in these long lines. Go to some of these other polls. Lenora Park Gym, and that's located at 4515 Lenora Church Road in Snellville. Doors open at 7 o'clock to start voting, ends at 7 o'clock to start voting. Decula Park Activity Building, located at 2735 Old Auburn Road in Decula. Doors open at 7 o'clock. Doors close at 7 p.m. Lucky Shoals Park Community Recreation Center, located at 4651 Britt Road in Norcross. That doors open at 7 a.m., close at 7 p.m. George Pierce Park Community Recreation Center, located at 55 Beaufort Highway in Swanee. Doors open at 7, doors close at 7. The Gwinnett County Fairgrounds, which is located right here by me, 245 Sugarloaf Parkway in Lawrenceville. Doors open at 7, doors close at 7. Now, I can say this, and I don't know how it was yesterday because I didn't see pictures, but when we did the primaries back in, I think it was June, and I don't know, was it the primaries or was it the runoff? Anyway, they had the fairgrounds open, and nobody hardly went there. It was like empty. And they had a lot of space for you to go vote. So go vote at some of these locations so you don't have to stand in line for 8 hours. I heard somebody say they was in line for 8 hours. Like, that is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Mountain Park Activity Building, located at 1063 Rockbridge Road in Stone Mountain. Opens at 7, closes at 7. And Shorty Howell Park Recreation Center, located at 2750 Pleasant Hill Road in Duluth. Opens at 7, closes at 7. Now, I'm going to be posting these on my website, on Good Morning Gwinnett website later today. My website is down, and I'm so upset with GoDaddy. I am just so upset with them. So I pay extra money so people can't hack my account, right? And so I talked to them last week about, hey, my website is down. When you go to Good Morning Gwinnett, it points to then it was pointing to my impact marketing website. Now it's pointing to nothing. I'm getting a 404 error. That was last Thursday. My site is still not up. My Good Morning Gwinnett site is still not up, and I'm so upset with them. I just feel like over the years, they have just started to do all these things, and they're just not as efficient like they used to be. And I've had to move one of my websites from them because they suck. And so the guy assured me, oh, this is not going to happen. We're going to make sure it's taken care of. That was last week. I called them yesterday. Oh, we're going to escalate this through. It's going to be taken care of. I wake up this morning, my site is still down. I'm so annoyed with them right now. But that being said, once my site is up, and prayerfully it'll be back up by the day, I'm going to go over and put all these places to vote so you know exactly where you need to go vote. Early voting is from October the 12th, which was yesterday, to October the 30th, and then the general election kicks off on November the 3rd. So there's a couple of days in between that time. So listen, you don't have to stand in line long hours, right? Get up, you can go vote, go at some of these locations so you don't have to stand in those lines. Check out the fairground, because the fairground was not packed. All right, so let's keep it moving. There was a police officer, and I just thought this was a great story. You know, they're really great. Most of the police officers are really great, and I talk about them. And I got a chance to go through Gwinnett Citizens Academy 101. And I got a chance to really talk to some of the guys and ask some real hard questions, because at the end of the day, that's what I do. And they gave me some really honest answers. And so for the most part, officers, 97%, I would say 97% of police officers are good guys and good girls, good ladies. But you got that 3% that's bad. Now, Lilburn officer, Almedin Ajanovic, probably one of the good guys. He was on his way home. He was off duty when he heard over the radio that there was a train that had derailed in Lilburn. Instead of him going home, he turned around and he went to the scene where the train went off the tracks because of all of the bad weather we had on Sunday. He gets out of his car and he runs towards a burning train to save people. This is a sign of a good person. You know, he knew that people on that train, he didn't care what color they were. He didn't care what gender they were. He knew that he had took a sworn oath to serve and protect. And even though he was off duty, he made a conscious decision to go and help the rest of the officers save people on that train that had derailed in Lilburn. And he did. He saved 2 people. And they said the train, it was fire burning. They heard a loud explosion. You know, it was like 1:30 in the morning. And he said, you know what? I gotta go do what I was trained to do. And so for that, I would like to give Officer AJ Ajanovic a round of applause for his heroic efforts in saving someone's life, not one person, but 2 people. And he could have just easily gone home after his shift, but he did not. So thank you for saving those people's lives. I'm so glad that everybody made it out safely and that no lives were lost in this, because it could have went the other way. I mean, he said there was something leaking from the train and they didn't know what it was, you know, so it could have really gone the other way. And I'm so glad that it did not. And I'm so glad that he heard the call, because it was dark and he had to, and I saw him on the news. He was like, we got to get the hell out of here, because they heard a loud explosion. And so, you know, kudos to you, and thank God everybody on the train got off safely. The weather was bad, y'all. It was bad weather. And some of the roads got washed out from the storm and all the tornadoes and all the stuff that happened. And so, you know, that could have went really left, but it did not. All right, so Gwinnett County Police announced Friday that it is looking to find new ways to build and maintain bridges with the community through a new section that has been created within the police department. This is why I love Gwinnett, y'all. I love Gwinnett. See, stuff like this. This makes me proud to be a Gwinnetian, because we don't want to have these problems in our community. So what we do, we try to find solutions. If you're not a part of the solution, you're a part of the problem. The department itself established its new community affairs section on October the 3rd with Major Michelle Anglin in command. The goal of the new section, officials said, is to foster relationships between members of the community and police officers, and will include areas such as crime prevention. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. This is how we make our community better. This is how we can make our country better. Things like this. Put the people in place who share the vision of making America great again. Like for real. Like for all Americans. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I'm proud to be a Gwinnetian. So kudos to you, Major Anglin, for, just stepping up to the plate and taking this on and bringing our community together. I love Gwinnett. I don't want to see us divided. You know what I mean? I want to see us together. Yeah, we may not all agree because we're different. That's why we don't agree on everything. But we can still get along. You know what I mean? We ain't got to walk through and hate each other. Walk there and want to fight each other and shoot each other and kill each other and bite each other. Because you got some people that will bite you. You really do. You really, really do. They will bite you and don't think anything about it. So kudos to Gwinnett Police Department for putting this community division in place to bring our community together. This is why I love Gwinnett. It's beautiful. The people here are nice, and they want to keep it that way. So I'm proud to be a Gwinnetian. I'm a Georgia Peach originally, but I'm a Rough Rider, from growing up in Newark. All right, listen, I'm going to go to a song. I'll be right back after this song to give you more of the rundown of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. Stay tuned.
Everybody's been saying that you're up to no good. Everyone has been telling me that you got me hooked. You're playing it big time. You're feeding me lies. Everyone has been bugging me to sever the ties. But I would never, ever, ever would have believed them. No reason. Sometimes the truth is hard to see. But now the never, ever, ever seemed to be over. I saw her, so I'm happy I got freed. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. I won, got it done. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky. I won't let the door hit when I leave. Should've known by your rap sheet that you weren't nice. But now I am telling you, I'm going to smile. But I would never, ever, ever would have believed them. No reason. Sometimes the truth is hard to see. But now the never, ever, ever seemed to be over. I saw her, so I'm happy I got freed. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. I won, got it done. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky. I won't let the door hit when I leave. I guess that I was born beneath a very lucky star. And in a week or two I won't remember who you are. Man down, he ran out of luck and now it's my time. Ain't no looking back, I'm on the right track. Here she goes. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. I won, got it done. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky. I won't let the door hit when I leave. I guess that I was born beneath a very lucky star. And in a week or two I won't remember who you are. I guess that I was born beneath a very lucky star. And in a week or two I won't remember who you are.
Welcome back. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you the daily rundown of Beyond. The Gwinnett Chamber has selected Peachtree Corners Mayor Mike as the chairman appointed to serve as a member of its board of directors for a one-year term beginning January 2021. Board members provide leadership and are responsible for directing and upholding the mission and the goals of the Gwinnett Chamber and Partnership Gwinnett. So congratulations to you, to Mayor Mike Mason, for getting that appointment. Go on in there and help Gwinnett Chamber do what they need to do. And Gwinnett Chamber does a lot of stuff here in Gwinnett County for small business owners and big businesses. They bring in more, they bring in big contracts to the county, and they help people decide whether or not they want to come here and live in the county and work in the county, do business in our county. So kudos to Mike Mason, Mayor Mason, for your appointment to the chamber. I know you're going to do some great things throughout the rest of the year, 2021. So there is a multi-use with senior living, medical, and they're trying to build this over in Brazelton. So they want to build this mixed-use development, and they want to have senior living, and they want to have medical there as well. So after the developer postponed a review in the project in September, Brazelton Planning Commission will hold a public hearing on October the 26th at 7 p.m. at the Brazelton Police and Municipal Court building located at 5040 Highway 53 to consider rezoning 39 acres of Jesse Chronic Road for a new mixed-use development. I talked about this earlier this year. I think it probably was in September. Probably was August, more like August. The proposed development will consist of 360 units, multifamily developments, 150 senior living facility, a 15,000 square foot daycare facility, a 25,000 square foot medical office facility, an 85,000 square foot self-storage building, and 28,000 square foot of business space. The project is designed to provide a walkable, pedestrian-oriented residential use nearest to downtown Brazelton. So that hearing is going to be held public hearing is going to be held at 7 p.m. on October the 26th. So if you're interested in that, you can go to the Brazelton Police and Municipal Court building located at 5040 Highway 53 to consider rezoning the 39 acres of Jesse Chronic Road. That's October the 26th at 7 p.m. If you want your voice to be heard, this is your opportunity. Yep. So go ahead and make it heard now. Don't sit back and try to not get it heard. Freeman Mills, let me tell y'all something. I didn't even know Freeman Mills is literally 5 minutes away from me. I did not know about that park until my daughter went over there and took these amazing, beautiful pictures over there. And they have a waterfall, and they have this what do you call it? Oh God, it's like the water wheel. What do you call it? It's a mill, so it's got a windmill. That's what it is. But anyway, Gwinnett County Parks and Recreation Supervisor Brian Boggs is at the old Freeman Mill. He looks around in the back of the mill by the water wheel and wonders how they did it. And so they have a new display that you can go take a look at. You can go and look at mill exhibits, and it's going to give you a look back into the life of Gwinnett County back in the old days, right? Yeah. I mean, I thought that was amazing. It's like a little museum over there. The park is gorgeous. It has a waterfall. Now, there's a sign up that says, do not get in the water, right? Of course, people didn't listen. People were down. It was hot, too. Like, the day I went over there, it was scorching. And people were like, we're going to get in this waterfall. And it was so beautiful because I had never been that close to a waterfall before. Like, I've seen it on TV. I'm like, this waterfall is right in my backyard. Like, that's crazy. It's so nice, y'all. But anyway, they have a display, so if you want to go over there and check out the museum and check out some of the exhibits they have, you can do that. You're going to get a glimpse into the history of Freeman Mills, the history of Freeman's Mill in the park and how it all started. You can schedule a tour at Freeman Mills by calling Gwinnett Environmental and Heritage Center, 770-904-3500. Again, you can do that. Want to go check it out, you can give them a call, 770-904-3500 if you want to go take the tour. Yep, that's really nice. So check it out. I thought it was nice. Well, Dan Quinn is no longer with the Falcons, y'all. Yeah, the Falcons had a really terrible record, 0-5, and he's gone. My brother said he's really a night. So my brother, my nephew, they deep into football. And my brother said Dan Quinn is really a nice guy. But, hey, listen, nice don't cut it in business. So the GM for Atlanta Falcons is gone, and Dan is gone. I wonder where he's going to go now. Maybe he'll just sit back and retire and just announce or something. I don't know. Man, that's got to be painful, though. I wonder and I asked my husband, I said, I wonder what the players think about that. He's like, they're used to that. They're used to coaches getting fired. But yeah, but when you build a relationship with somebody, and you spent years and years and years with those people, especially if the person is nice, and then they get the boot, that's kind of painful. Yeah, they lost to the Carolina Panthers, and after that game, yeah, he got his walking papers. He and the general manager, Thomas Dimitrioff. So, hey, the show must go on. There's always casualties. That's what happens. I want to give a shout out to some black business owners who received awards from Google. I think that's amazing. 35 Georgia black-owned businesses received cash awards from Google. Google has all these programs that sometimes you don't even know they're out there, but they are. So Google for Startups announced last Wednesday the recipients of $5 million Black Founders Fund. Georgia-based Black founders received $2.35 million of that $5 million awarded by Google. And here are some of the businesses that got the money. I'm so, I think this is amazing, and I thank you to Google for just recognizing that, there are some amazing black businesses out there. Sometimes we just don't get that recognition, but Google stepped up to the plate and said, hey, listen, we want to do something to help you guys, and I think that's a great thing. And it's called Google for Startups. Yep, that's kind of cool. That's not kind of cool. That's really cool. Anyway, Atlanta-based business Good Nation, a nonprofit organization that facilitates and accelerates social capital opportunities to help fill the funding gap for diverse founders and social entrepreneurs, will manage the distribution of the $5 million in cash awards for Black Founders Fund recipients nationwide. So here are some of the founders that received the money here in our area: Brown Toy Box, Deeper, Edifice, Film Connects, Gooder, Healthy Hip Hop, Jack's Rider Share Rentals, Just Add Honey, that sounds really cute, right? Commute with a K, that's kind of cute. Lane London, Lasting Hook Beauty, Make Music Count, Mardat, Music Tech Works, Music Buck, I could have been on this list. Pharaoh's Conclave, Portrait Coffee, Soil, Stats, True Diary, Uscope Technologies, Vibe, and Wrinkle Free Delivery. That's just some of them, y'all. It was 35 of them. I couldn't read them all. So for more information about that, you can go to patch.com and look up the story there, and you'll see all of the people who were awarded money from Google startups. And I think that's a great thing that they've done. And kudos and congratulations to all of you who qualified and are going to get a piece of that fund to grow your businesses. So I look forward to hearing more about what you do and how you're doing it and the success you're having. All right, listen, I'm going to my last song. I'll be back after the song to give you my inspiration for the day. Stay tuned.
So casually keep diving into concrete. So bittersweet. Huh? Keep losing sleep while driving in the backseat. What's left of me? Drowning in my fears just like an ocean. Negativity is getting closer. Hard to keep the heat when it gets colder. Sometimes everything just gets hard. Sometimes everything just gets harder. Feeling like I'm missing some parts. Days just keep on getting much darker. Even when I'm down in the lower, I remember what you were saying.
welcome back. So listen, guys, that's all I got for you today. But before I go, I want to give you my words of inspiration. And here goes. A man to carry on a successful business must have imagination. He must see things as in a vision, a dream of the whole thing. Let me say that again, and I'll tell you why. A man to carry on a successful business must have imagination. He must see things in a vision, a dream of the whole thing. Charles M. Schwab said that, and he was absolutely right. So y'all know who Charles Schwab was. He was somebody who left a legacy back here, and we still hear Schwab's name today after probably 150 years. You gotta have if you're gonna be a business owner, you gotta have an imagination. Your imagination has to be big. You have to think outside the box. You gotta have a vision. The people that I just said, congratulations to 35 of them. They had a dream. They had a vision. They thought outside of the box. Now Google has stepped up and said, hey, here's some money for you to carry that dream out. Here's some money for you to carry that vision out. You got to have a vision, guys. And don't be afraid that the vision is too big. I dream big. I do. Sometimes it's too big for my own good out the gate. I'm going to say that. It's not too big for my own good for what I see, but it's too big out the gate. But it's okay because I know how to scale it back a little bit and take the tiny steps first, but I got the vision. I can see the dream, the whole dream. I think in dreams, and I tell people that people come to me and they have an idea for a business. Before they leave me, they have a whole plan for the business because that's how my mind works. I think like that, and so you got to have a big dream for your vision, and you can't be afraid to follow that big dream for your vision. Listen, I told y'all I went to bed at 2:00. You know what I was doing? I was thinking about my dream and the vision for the rug chest. I know all the pieces I need to put in place. And I was laying there thinking, it was quiet. And I was just thinking. I was in deep thought. I said, okay, what I need to do next? I got a list of things I need to do next to make the rug chest this amazing business I know it's going to become. And I'm so excited about that. So thank you again for listening. Look, my website is not up yet. I'm about to go fuss GoDaddy out again because they're sucking right now. But it should be up by the day, prayerfully. And if it is, I'm going to go there and put all the early voting locations there so you can go back and check it out. In the meantime, if you really want to go find out about early voting locations and the addresses, go to the Gwinnett County website, GwinnettCounty.com. You can find out all of the information there on the Gwinnett County website. I'll be back again tomorrow. Listen, if you missed any past episode of the show, go to GoodMorningGwinnett.com. Hopefully it's back up to date and listen to past episodes there. Follow me on Facebook at Good Morning Gwinnett. Follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett. And follow me on Twitter at GM Gwinnett. Listen, go check out the Rug Chest. It's therugchest.com. Go check out the rugs over there. Get your holiday rugs. Get your Christmas rugs. You know it's time to decorate. Listen, it's Prime. Like I don't have no Prime Day special for you, but Amazon got Prime Day today and tomorrow. I got to go look and see what they got, though, because I can do my Christmas shopping early because it's Prime Day. I love Amazon. I ain't going to lie. I know some people hate Amazon. I don't. I like them a lot. So that's all I got for you. Thank you again for listening. You could be anywhere in the world, but you spent the last hour and 5 minutes with me, and I appreciate you, and I love you for that. Thank you for always showing me love. I get the emails. I get the text messages. I get messages. Like, my phone is blowing up right now, my office line, and I got to go see who it is because it's just been blowing up all morning while I've been doing the show. But thank you for listening. I appreciate you so much. Listen, remember, stay safe out there. Put your mask on. Stay safe. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. God willing. Until next time, make it a great day. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.